What happens when success nearly costs you everything? I mean, everything. This is FemmeFortea Spotlight, and I'm your host, Agnes B., your no-fluff business consultant, passionate about feminine leadership, alignment, and building wealth without burnout. In this episode, I sit down with Abbie Cornall, a powerhouse businesswoman who built a 7-figure brand, lost herself in the hustle, and then rebuilt it, all from the hospital bed. Yes. You will hear her unfiltered story from collapsing under the pressure of the online coaching treadmill to creating a new business rooted in joy, in freedom, and sustainability. We talk about burnout breakdown and the wake-up call she didn't expect it, the financial pressure of high-ticket coaching, what no one tells you about scaling and sales teams, how to manage relationships when you start earning more than your husband, the relationship shifts and real life behind feminine wealth building and success. And also we talk about how she finally found peace, purpose, and profit in her own terms. If you ever felt the weight of doing everything right but still not feeling aligned, this conversation will remind you you are allowed to change, you are allowed to heal, and you are allowed to build a business on your own terms. Please welcome Abbie Cornall. Hey guys, thank you very much for joining us. I have an amazing 7-figure Abbie Cornall here with us today. Let's build some amazing momentum, guys. Abbie has been through a lot, haven't you? Hi.
I definitely have.
And that's why I wanted to talk to you and interview you and ask you a couple of questions, because we know each other for quite a while now, right?
Right from the beginning.
Yeah. Yes. I've seen your journey, joined you in all of these amazing community building trainings and workshops and stuff. And since then, I was like, oh my God, this is so amazing. And you are so gifted in so many levels. But I've seen you also fall into the online business industry traps. I'm a huge advocate about being authentic and telling people what's going on, what's working, what's not working, and how to do it, because that's when the veil is lifted or falling, and then people really can see it's okay. Don't beat yourself up. This is a journey. Everyone goes through her own journey. But usually the idea and the expectations, what we've been sold to when we are joining the online business industry, can be heartbreaking sometimes to see people coming in and falling out. I would like to showcase everyone who went through a lot.
I went through a lot. Yeah, I've been through everything there is to go through. Come and ask me, because I've been through it all. Even online bullying, online toxicity, coaches, egos, clashing, just everything. I've been through the mill, as we say here in the north of England. We've been through the mill.
But came out winning at the end, and I
came out the other side. Yeah.
Yes, I think that's the most important message. What I would like to convey, that really there is a way if you find your own way. So let's get back to the beginnings. Your journey is unique, but also such an inspirational journey. The scale of your business, what you've built, is just magical, really.
We started at the very beginning 10 years ago. I set up a little membership. I think it was $20 per person per month. And I got 47 people to join just in a Facebook group. That's how it all began. It began with me hating my 9-to-5. I was a lawyer. That sounds posher than it was, actually. I was an immigration solicitor. And I was basically helping to bring people into the UK. That was my job. And I hated it. I hated the fact that I didn't see my kids. Came online and thought, I can start a membership. And I think it's that bold bravery of, I'm just going to do it. What's the worst can happen? It fucks up. So what? It fucks up. Just do something else, Abbie. No. So I think that attitude helped me right from the beginning and helped me to build momentum over the years. But my big struggle was knowing what to pass to VA and that I would be happy with them doing and happy with the work that they were doing. And I always came back to just working on my own as a solo. I'm an only child. I've got no siblings. I think I've got issues about having people help me in my business. I really did try. I really did. And I scaled my business up and it grew up and up. And I even ended up working with a sales team, ladies taking sales calls, in fact, 2 ladies. But it just never felt right for me. I was always burning out and hustling. I was always making shitloads of money and then having nothing, spending it. I spent it very well. We have moved house here to this beautiful place in the Lake District that we wouldn't have been able to move to were it not for my business. Well, that was the reality. There's no security is the bottom line. I look back now at what I'm building right now, which is piddly compared to the size of what I had before, but I can see it's growing, it's tangible and it's real. And actually what I had back then, I feel as though it wasn't a real business. I feel as though I was a coach, I was a consultant, people paid me, they came, they went, they came, they went. And I feel as though I didn't build anything. I built an email list. I saw some clients and said hello and goodbye to them. But what did I actually build? Looking back, what I built was a whole load of stress and a whole load of burnout. As it all culminated with me building up my team to, I think there were 4 of us at that point. And this was me, I'm scaling my business. I never felt more unhappy than I did when I was juggling so much and so many people and trying to book sales calls with the sales team and trying to liaise with them and talk about each person and personally follow up with each person who is also following up with the sales team. And it all just, my brain was like a computer that just exploded and I had a complete breakdown. And at that point, I got really sick. So I developed all these autoimmune disease symptoms. And I literally, my whole body, all my muscles in my body just wouldn't work. I couldn't walk. I couldn't move. I was in a wheelchair. I was not able to get out of bed. And I was like that for about 6-7 months in 2024. Really bad. So was it the business that did that to me? Was it my body? Was it my diet? Was it my not paying enough attention to self-care and exercise? I actually don't know.
It's everything together, right? It's like you get into the hustle mode, you get into the let's make the money, and then you got to a certain point where you are like, okay, what does it mean if I'm not earning that amount of money per month, or what would they think, and so on and so forth, right? So this whole business industry, the 10K, 20K, 50K, 100K, and it brings you into this treadmill where you are like, okay, how do I get out?
I was totally trapped in this, trying to do 50K plus months, trying to please clients and serve and do my programs, but also liaise with my team. It was actually impossible. Looking back at it now, I think what an idiot I was just trying to manage all of that. It just wasn't for me. And people watching this will know, what are you doing? Is it really for you? For me, I regret letting it go on for so many years because I wasn't happy and I knew I wasn't happy doing what I was doing. There were lots of things about being a business coach and doing that role and being a business coach online. There were lots of things about it that I didn't like, but I didn't know what I would like and what would be the alternative. So I suppose I just carried on and I just kept thinking, it'll get better, build up a team, get some help from different people, and then it'll get better. But in fact, it just got worse and worse for me. It really did.
Last week, with one of our amazing guests, we talked about relationship, wealth building and relationship. And I was really interested because you brought your husband into the communities for support. It was sometimes fun, right? It was just like a little bit additional things. You guys tried to work together back in the days or bring him into, or it was just for entertainment?
I would have loved for him to work with me because I'd seen other coaches working so well with their partners. And that literally would be my dream relationship, would be where I was with someone and we were doing business together and we could talk about business in the bedroom. Honestly, that's what I would do.
That's so sexy.
Sexy. Yeah. No. And I suppose I tried to get him to be interested in what I was doing. I tried to get him to be open to being on camera and being in my groups and posting and stuff. And I had this dream that this would be a thing that we would grow together and he would leave his job. Is it Jasmine Starr? Who ended up, I don't know if she still does, but ended up working with her husband and he did all the business and the finance side of the company. And she does like the marketing and runs the membership and stuff. And then they have a whole team. That was my dream. Honestly, that would have been my dream. Sadly, my husband is a practical, hands-on Mr. Fix-It. He's got to do things. That is him. And I was trying to put a square peg husband into a round hole. And I just couldn't push him down into my round hole. That sounds a bit rude. Just erase I came out a bit wrong. But I was trying to create a life that it just wasn't possible to create sometimes. But if you want to create it, you can build it and you can make it happen. There's no way that he could be any sort of online entrepreneur. And so
It's okay.
it is okay. It is disappointing though. But I think, all right, okay, what's my options here? I could divorce him and meet some sort of big entrepreneur business person, but am I going to get along with that person in all the other ways that I do with my husband? We have a great relationship, a really great friendship. We go out, we enjoy ourselves, we enjoy each other's company. So that wasn't an option. I obviously made my vows to him as well. So yeah, here I am now doing my business on my own. My family don't really understand it. They don't understand all my success. They roll their eyes when I talk about my business and they go, oh, mum's off on one again.
Have you guys had issues? Because what I've seen with my clients, and obviously I was at the point back in the days when I had a long-term relationship where it was really a thing that as a female entrepreneur, you are earning more than your other part. Have you guys had this conversation? Wasn't even an issue? Was it emasculating and all sorts of things? How was that by you?
Yeah, it's hard to describe actually because we never had a conversation about it, but we're not the best communicators. And I think that's a common thing in marriages. We're not the best at talking about issues. And even if I was to bring it up in the conversation, it would just be pointless because he's not very good at identifying his feelings and how he feels about things. He's just not good about stuff
So
like
many
that.
men are, yeah.
Well, I could see or sense or tell that my success was de-emasculating for him. And in all honesty, I used to hide my income and hide my money and hide it in different bank accounts. And I still do that. Not like, oh, I'm hiding it ready to leave him or escape.
Yeah.
Like that. I hide it. And then I'm like, if we need something or we need to buy something, I'll say, oh, I've got some savings here. We'll get a new car or whatever. And it's, oh, yeah, whatever. So it's not like he can see, or it's going into the bank that he's making this and then I'm making more. It's not like that. So we have separate like business bank accounts. Then we have a together bank account. So he doesn't really see or really notice or feel that my income is very different to his. And his is pretty good anyway. He does property maintenance. He has lots and lots of clients. He works with a construction company as well. So he's doing really right now too. But before, I would say there was a bigger separation of the finances, maybe 6-7 years ago, where I was earning a lot more than him. So yeah, we didn't talk about it. We didn't really see it in the bank accounts. And I used to just hide it.
Would you do something differently now after all these years? No.
No, because he doesn't like talking about things and he doesn't like talking about emotions or going deep. So I would do it exactly the same. I don't even know what I would be able to do differently with him. If I was with someone else, hopefully we could have a mature conversation, but there's just certain things that he's just not great. Whatever it is,
men, right?
yeah, he just wouldn't be able to have a conversation about that.
It's a weird one. It's like tiptoeing around and so on and so forth. But I like the idea, right? It's what is in your business bank account, it's there and it's that ecosystem and that works. And whatever you take out, that's what is visible. I think so many women could work around the issues with that way.
I can imagine this being quite a big issue for a lot of women who are successful. When my husband is feeling insecure about my success, I do notice sometimes he makes little derogatory remarks at me. He doesn't know he's doing it, but you can tell when he's feeling insecure, he tries to bring me down a bit, which I don't like. And that's when I have to make him feel more secure. Oh, you're doing really well. Or you've got this great job. Or it's great that you're doing that. And then he's fine. And then those stupid little remarks don't come through. And he'll say, oh, I'm only joking. But it happens more. I can tell when he's feeling a bit insecure. So I have to get back in there and help him to feel more secure. And I shouldn't have to do that. In a way, I'm mothering the guy. No relationship is perfect. Ours is perfect in certain ways. And in other ways, I wish the communication was better. Things like that. I wish there was not these jokes aimed at me when he's feeling insecure. Everybody's got their pluses and minuses, their pros and cons, and their little personality foibles that are just
Exactly.
shit.
Yeah, I was really interested how you guys managing it, because back in the days I had issues with that as well. And we had the previous conversation. Everyone is a little bit different and every relationship is different. And obviously communication is important. But it breaks my heart sometimes that this is a deal breaker, or this is something that, there is, okay, now we need to decide what do we do.
I don't know how it would get to that point. Also, my husband pays the bills. So he's got that masculine, he's looking after us and paying the bills. He does that. So I think that helps the whole situation.
Love it.
He's the one who gets online and pays the mortgage and pays all the other essential bills. And I'm like, oh, thanks, love.
Yeah, it's like we just need to work around what we have and to make the best out of it without bad intentions and stuff. But yeah, I loved it. I loved it. Thank you.
Yeah.
What
Interesting topic, Agnes. Really interesting.
I love that, because it's like I hear that and I see that, and I had that issue as well. And now that I'm dating, it is something, right, to think about, and who is buying what and who is bringing what into the conversation and into the relationship, and what do you have, what do you bring to the table type of thing. And
It
it's
is
like,
that, isn't it? For me, I've been brought up, my parents very much pooled their money into one joint account. And I've been brought up to think that's normal. And when I first got with my husband, we had the joint account and everything was in one. But he was really so bad at managing money, and it was just going water. I'm pretty bad myself, but he was like next level. And somehow over the years, we didn't even discuss this, but I ended up with a separate business account. He ended up with a separate business account. And then we had a joint account where that would pay the bills, and then that's our money. So it's just happened for us.
But yeah, I love it. It's a difficult conversation, I think, each relationship when it comes to that. And there are, in the scale, right, there are so many different options. But this really sounds like a solid ground where you can...
We just felt our way without even having to communicate it, I think, is what we've done. Also, when I was very sick in hospital and everything, he was doing everything. He was paying for absolutely everything. I had nothing coming in really at that point, maybe a little bit of recurring monthly payments here and there that were really covering my costs, because I still had outgoings that I paid for, my email, website, all the things. So yeah, he has fully supported me for the most part of 2024, which is amazing. It's great.
Yeah, love it. Back to the business part on the industry side, what is, after all these years, what is the pattern that you see, or what is the changes that you see that it's going to a better direction? Because I truly think something is changing.
What direction, Agnes?
I think people are waking up. I think that people are not buying into great copy anymore. I think why people were able to get away with shitty product with great sales copy back in the days, I think it's not working that much anymore. And it created what my book is about, whole new sophisticated buyers who are ready to invest, but they need the trust, they need the one-on-one experience, they need really something tangible in order to say yes to your offer. So what have you seen, or what are you seeing now changing in the...
Yeah, I've definitely seen and felt it myself. 6, 7 years ago, I could put out some great copy and some great images and just sell like hotcakes. I noticed, not just myself, but all of my clients, the sales declining and a shift in the market from what I was selling, which was mediocre coaching products. It was mediocre. I didn't have a big team of coaches and have this big, massive program. It was like a medium package. I've seen people shifting away from the medium stuff and wanting the really low ticket stuff. But also, like you say, the real sophisticated buyers are willing to invest in a 12-month program, which has got exact steps and it's all defined what they're going to do, what they're going to learn all the way through to the end. And I've noticed that they're wanting a lot of extras with that as well. And there's a lot of programs offering amazing extras, like we will write your book for you and we will wipe your ass for you. Oh, thank you very much. I'm in. So I have seen a shift from the mid buyers of the 1 to 3K packages to your $47, your $19, your $97 stuff. And also I'm on this program, and that's the main one that the sophisticated buyer buys into.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing of the actually buying process, I'm just not seeing. What I was doing was a live launch, and I would do a live event, book sales calls, and convert. And I'm just seeing that is not working.
Everyone burned out, I think. It was such a complicated, long, exhausting process. And not to mention that all of these have been created for the marketers who have 200,000 email list members.
Yeah.
And they just blasted something out and then had a challenge full of people and then were able to sell evergreen, right? But in the coaching industry, when you have 500,000 people on your list and then you want to launch a challenge with 500 people, so you have the numbers at the end for your group coaching or for whatever, right?
Right, you need the numbers.
Just hustle and people burned out. That's it.
But yeah, this is what happened to me with my last one. I was literally messaging everybody personally, one by one. AI, at that time, AI couldn't do that. In a very human way, I didn't want a mass message going out to everybody. But yeah, it just burnt us all out.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
what is the way to sell now? Actually, I don't care because I'm not doing it anymore, but I don't know what the answer is. I do care, but I don't think it is live launching. I'm seeing some people doing webinars. I'm seeing a lot of people having sales calls still. I don't like sales calls.
Is it because I have this idea about that? Because I hated sales calls until I got a script and the proper setting where it's so effortless. Is it that people don't like things what they tried and didn't work? Is it if something is working, then you like it because it gives you the verification and the money and the results, and then you like it? Or there are certain things where it's just really just out of sync and out of balance and people just don't want to do that. You've seen with your clients so many options.
I don't really know. I know sales calls work and they are still working. I don't like them because I don't want to get on a call and feel as though I have to make a decision on that call. I don't like the pressure. I'm also a people pleaser. I like to say yes to everybody. That's in my DNA, and I have to try and think and prepare myself of how I'm going to not have to say yes. Before I got on the call, what will I say instead? And actually it becomes a stress for me. So that's a personal thing. And because I don't like it myself, it's very hard for me to then get people on sales calls. And in fact, what we had to do was do audits of businesses, get people on a business audit, but being fully transparent that we were also going to share the offer with them on that audit call. That's the way I got around with it personally. And actually they walked away with the audit, which they loved because it was very intense. We covered, I think it was 20 different areas of their business on that audit, and they got exact parameters of which areas they needed to work on the most. So it was a very valuable call. It took a lot of effort arranging the calls, doing the calls, doing the audits as well, ready for the calls, but it got a great conversion rate.
Yeah, you really tried everything, and you helped people with different methodologies as well, because there are courses out there who are saying it's like, this is the only way. If you're not following it to the T, then that's it, you will fail. And what I liked in your approach, that you gave everyone something what they might be able to take away or make work for themselves. And then basically the Book Boss Academy became your version of, okay, this is something that I know I want, that works on all different levels for me.
Oh, yeah, I love that. I love that. The Book Boss Academy is not a start here, then you've got to go there, then you've got to do this, then you've got to do that. And it's very much what people can come in and go, what do they like? What do they fancy? Oh, I fancy this module, and they can go and do that. I really love that. And I wish I'd done that sort of coaching before, but I'd never done low ticket coaching. I was quite against it for years. I just thought low ticket coaching was shit. That's what I thought for years, but I'm actually loving running the academy. I'm loving not having the pressure of someone paid me 5K and I've got to get them results and they don't understand what an irresistible offer is. And no matter how many times I explain it to the person, they're still not getting it. And I felt personally responsible for their 5K. And all of that I think made me ill. I think it was that pressure of, I want to get people results, but they're just not getting it. Why are they not getting it? Am I talking into a void?
Yeah, all their mindset things and all their different issues, and life happens, right? And there are certain things that you can't, as a business consultant, the same boat. You can't help people with traumas. You can't help. And I see that people go from really adding different mindset things to their tool belt as well, to be able to help holistically to those people. Because at the end of the day, everything is congruent. And that's why I'm for the, okay, you don't like this, what do we do instead? Let's find your way. And that's why I love the Book Boss Academy for you so much, because that's you unfortunately went through. So guys, don't need to get to burnout, just like Abbie.
Yeah, and not just burnout, but near death. Honestly, I was in a hospital twice and it was near death.
Wow.
Yeah, like I say, I don't know if that's linked to my business or whether it was all just one thing, because I wasn't
Together. Yeah, most likely.
No. But what I know is that my business I had built up was very successful, but was not aligned to me and my personality. I didn't like people paying me quite high ticket prices and the feeling of them not showing up and not doing the work. That felt really shitty to me, and not doing the modules and not doing the work. And I've got all their money and it was just absolutely horrendous. But not only that, it was doing the marketing and the sales and the lead generation and the follow-up and running my programs as well. I just think it's impossible for a solopreneur. But not trying to put everybody off who's watching this, just find a way with Agnes to make it work, because I just couldn't find that way. I found that way through nearly dying and thinking there's got to be a better business that's more aligned to me. And that's the Book Boss Academy and all the things that we're doing in that. I don't feel hustle. I don't feel burnt out. I don't feel any pressure. I can go 2 weeks without doing any work other than replying to a few people in my group if I want to. And it's great. I love it.
You came up with the academy while you were sick, right? So you went through all the different steps and phases of the managing and not being able to manage. And then you were like, okay, I still need to figure out what works right now for me.
Yes, that was it. So when I was sick, I literally was in bed and couldn't move. My husband was caring for me in every sense of the word. But I just came across one day this YouTube video, a guy called Sean something. He's a book coach. I think if you wrote Sean book coach, you'd probably find him. And he was interviewing another guy, and I don't know who this guy was, but they were both business coaches basically. And they were saying how much they hated being a business coach and that they loved creating and publishing books, and that how they used to create and publish books, but they thought the grass was greener becoming a coach. So they published books became a coach, hated it, and went back to publishing books. And ironically, I started off with publishing books, then did the business coaching, thinking, oh, everybody's getting 100K months. This must be great. No, wasn't that great. But it took me like 8 years to realize it. And then seeing this video of them talking about how brilliant it was. Now they were back in Amazon KDP and publishing and back in that industry. And I just thought, why have I not been doing that? I've got a creative writing degree. I'm a great writer, persuasive writer. My first job when I left university was traveling all around Europe, working in different bookstores. I used to get on planes and travel to all different countries. I was working for a software company in bookstores and having to go around and visit them all. So I thought, why have I not been doing this? What is wrong with me? Why have I been doing this business coaching thing? So yeah, that was it. That was the seed. That one video was the seed that was the ignition in my brain to go, I'm going to prepare this new business. It's going to be very different, very revolutionary, even for the book industry. I'm going to add in lots of AI because I was interested in AI as well and learning all that. I'm going to blend AI with book publishing, but in a really human way. So we're still creating high quality books, all different kinds of books. It could be a lead magnet for your business. It could be a book series for your business. We've got Cheryl, who's got a whole book series for her business, is doing really well at selling those and using those as tools to market her as a coach as well. So we've got all different areas and different types of book creating and publishing inside the academy, all different modules, all different topics. And yeah, it's just such a far cry away from what I was doing. Yet I'm using exactly the same skills. It's marketing, it's sales, it's writing, it's copywriting, all the same stuff, but without the hustle. The only hustle I've got now is I'm selling a very low ticket book membership and it feels very stress-free. And the rest of my income comes from the books that I'm publishing as I go along the way. And also I'm writing some books for some people who approach me and they say, don't want to do it. I want you to do it for me. And that's fine too.
I love it. I love it.
My income is growing and growing and growing. It's a pittance of what it was, Agnes, because I am having to invest money back into running the academy and the admin of all of that. And there's a writing company that I use for my bigger books only because I've got ADHD and I don't want to sit there for weeks writing a book. So if I get a really great book idea, if I've got the funds, I will instruct a writer at a place called the Urban Writers to do that one for me, whilst I'm doing little books myself or medium-sized ones. The ones that light me up, colouring books, a swear word search book. Why not? Just do it. Things. I'm doing fun things that I would never thought I would ever do, but I'm actually having fun. So that's good.
Yeah, that's the beauty in the online business industry. I think that you really can mix and match whatever lights you up, whatever works for your family, whatever works for your schedule, and so on and so forth. That's why I love the Book Boss Academy as well. It's so many people with so many different skill sets, with so many different backgrounds, and we are doing all the same book, but there is no same book at all. So
everybody's creating all these different books. But yeah, and we've got all these different training modules teaching everybody to create these different books. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's basically one little piece at a time to your passive income ecosystem that lights you up. It's brilliant. It's
really brilliant. I just wish I had more hours in the day to create. I have 2 days in one day. Like one of my days I would be with my family and also running the academy, and the other day would be like just creating more new books. We just kind of fit it all in, haven't we?
But without the burnout, without
whatever it was, that burnout piece isn't there. I don't know why. That's probably a point for discussion. Like I've still got a very busy business. It's full time, but it doesn't feel like it. It's not full time, actually. In all honesty, it's not full time, but it was. So that's the difference. If I'm writing a book, I'll stay up till 3 a.m. and just finish it. I don't know what is the different piece that was the burnout piece before that is absolutely not there now. I know it's just nowhere near me.
It's the pressure, isn't it, that you really decided and you have chosen a business model that works for you and works with what you have. and it's just no pressure, no doing things that you don't want. And I feel like that's the feminine way of building a business and running a business, to go with whatever feels good. And sometimes it's too fluffy because you need to do certain things to make it work. And I don't like when my clients are saying, yeah, Agnes, I'm presenting 10 different strategies and it's okay, this is why that's not good, that's why that's not okay, but we need to get leads in.
Yeah, it's good that you're doing that. People don't want to hear that, though. They don't want to hear that they need some leads for their business.
Surprised, but
Some
you need
people
to.
trying to sell me a coaching program, and it was a come to my coaching program where you don't need to do anything, and clients are just magnetized towards you.
Yeah.
Pay me like 10K and I'll teach you how to do this. And yeah, no, I'm not doing that, but I know what you mean with it's more feminine now. I'm also, everybody's in my membership in school. I'm using school. So I'm not really connecting anything or a website, or I'm uploading my modules onto a thing and then having to connect it to the thing. And I never liked or enjoyed any of that stuff. I just show up, record a video, upload it into school, and that's where we all are anyway. The community's there. So I think it's the simplicity of the business model has pulled away a lot of the weight that was on my shoulders, the financial thing of people paying me for results, but it's just not happening. Some people did get amazing results, but most people, they just didn't show up and didn't do the work. So that was a burden. The burden of managing a team and sales person and all of that was a burden. As much as I loved it, I loved the sales ladies as well. Absolutely loved working with them. But it all was like, oh, I've got to do this. It's like I had 100 plates before, and now I feel like I've got 6 plates.
And then that's fine.
So that's the difference, isn't it?
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Plate, yeah. My marketing plate. I've got my academy. Yeah, I've got I'm publishing books as well. Managing the team. Email. That's it. 6 plates.
6 plates. Okay. Instead of the 20,000. Loved it. Loved it. Thank you very much for sharing all of that, giving us an insight into your life and into your business. How it can look like as well, right? It doesn't need to be hustle. It doesn't need to be, we just need to find what works for us, really put together in a way that aligns and
absolutely. And I don't want to put anybody off being a coach. There must be a way, a better way than what I was doing. Whatever I was doing was just definitely not aligned to me. And the biggest advice I can give to anyone from this whole video is talk to you, Agnes, and find a way that is going to work for them. Because I thought I'd thought of all the ways, but I'm sure there would have been some way of me making it work better back then. But I'm glad that I've found my way to doing what I'm doing now anyway.
Love it, love it. And guys, if you want to check out the Book Boss Academy, if you feel like this resonates with you, then the link will be below, above, whatever, wherever. And then come and join us. We have amazing perks inside as well. Co-working sessions, the different modules. It's not just about one type of book. You can find your way. You can find all of the tools and all of the modules inside. And it's a great community. Abbie, you are, for me, you stay the community girl, right?
I love running that community. The problem is you can just be trapped in it all day long. I have to force myself back out. They keep nattering in there. They really do.
Yeah. But it's a great community. Check it out if you feel like writing the books and creating all these things resonate with you, and hope to see you on the other side. Thank you, Abbie, for being here. Thank you for sharing everything that you're sharing.
Thank you so much. It's lovely to chat to you, Agnes.
And have a lovely vacation, huh?
Yeah, I'm going tomorrow, Jamaica.
Okay, please do not hold back on the images. Have a lovely one. Bye-bye.